Jesús.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Rojas. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Juan Camilo Romero Guevara.
And what shall I call you?
I prefer you call me Camilo.
Okay, Camilo. Where are you from?
I am from Bogota, Colombia, but I am living in Fomeque, Cundinamarca.
And are you a student or do you work?
I am a student and I also work with my dad every day.
Can I check your identification?
Yes, of course. Look, this is my identification. You can check the information.
Thank you. Okay, now in the first part of the exam, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about home. Do you live in a house or a flat?
I live in a house with my parents. The house is big. The house has a large yard for my mom's flowers.
Did you like the place where you live?
Sure, I love the place. I grew up here. I played in the streets of the neighborhood with my friends. The place is quiet and you rarely hear much noise.
Has your place changed a lot recently?
No, we have not changed place recently. We have lived here for 10 years, so we will not change our place.
Is your neighborhood a good place for children to grow up?
I think the neighborhood is a great place for kids. It's a safe place. Children can play in play, pace without risking their lives, and the people are not bad. They don't have ugly habits that put children in danger.
Okay, now let's talk about clothes. Is fashion important to you?
The fashion, is not important to me. It's not really something that catches my attention. I don't buy a lot of clothes, and if I do, I buy basic or simple things.
How have your clothes choices changed since you were a teenager?
Okay, my choice of clothing has not changed much. I wear same style of simple shirts. The difference is that now I fix the pants. I wear them a little tighter to the body.
Where did you usually buy your clothes?
I usually buy my clothes in downtown Bogota as they are a bit cheaper there. However, I have sometimes bought clothes in shopping malls, but they have been basic style t-shirts.
Did you like receiving clothes as a present?
Yes, of course. I think I'll like to receive clothes as gift, especially at Christmas and birthdays. I think it's very nice gift from people.
Now let's move on to the second part of the exam. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you start, you will have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make sound notes if you want. Do you understand?
Yes, of course, I understood.
Here is a pencil and a paper for writing notes, and here is your topic. I would like you to talk about something you bought that was difficult to use at first. So you have 1 minute from now.
Okay.
Okay, time is over. You can start now.
Okay, when I was 13 years old, with my savings, I bought my first smartphone. Before I only use regular cell phones, the ones that didn't have any kinds of technology. I bought the cell phone because I wanted to know about new technologies and I wanted to download games to play with my friends. Um, at first, it was difficult um, for me, although I wasn't used to using the touch screen and I didn't know the functions of the cell phone. I also didn't know how to download games. And I learned to use a cell phone in a month, and now it's very easy for me to use the phone. I think that most people know how to use the smartphone because we depend on technology, especially cell phones, to do things that we couldn't do before.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. And would you buy this item again?
Yes, of course, because as I said before, cell phones have become essentials for everyone.
Okay. Now we have been talking about something you bought that was difficult to use at first, and I would like to ask you some general questions related to the topic. First of all, let's talk about buying things online. What types of products is difficult to use at first?
Okay, I consider the most difficult to use at the beginning are the technology products which are new and novel. For example, a video game console or a smartwatch.
Okay, and what are the perks of online shopping?
One of the advantage of shopping online is that you don't need to have your home to buy a product, and another advantage is that some stores only give discounts for only purchase.
Okay, and what are the drawbacks of online shopping?
Okay, one of the problems is the delay in the delivery of the products, or in some case the products don't arrive.
Why do you think some people buy only branded items?
Okay, well, I think it's relative. People can buy branded items for fashion or for the quality of the product.
Do you think online shopping will change in the future?
I believe that online shopping will improve in the future. For example, the libraries will be faster, easier, and more convenient.
Thank you, Camilo. That is the end of the test. Have a good day.
Good morning. My name is Juan Camilo Romero. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Sure, good morning. My full name is Jessica Tatiana Rojas Sanchez.
And what shall I call you?
I prefer to be called Jessica.
Okay, where are you from, Jessica?
I'm from Cali, Santiago de Cali in Colombia. However, I'm living in Bogota since a long time ago.
Okay, and are you a student or do you work?
Both of them. I'm working for a customer service company and studying mother languages.
Okay, can I check your identification?
Sure, sure. Here's my ID.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this first part of the exam, I'm going to ask you some question about yourself. Let's talk about your home. Do you live in a home or a flat?
Even though I prefer big houses, I live in a flat because it's my grandma's place and I can save some money living here and I could also spend some time with her.
Okay, what is your favorite room?
There are just two bedrooms in my place, but of course I prefer mine because it's my own space. It is a big bedroom and it faces to the patio. I have my studio in the same area as well, so I have everything I need in this bedroom.
Is there anything you want to change about your home?
I would change the balcony because it's a beautiful space, but it's empty. There's nothing there. There are not furniture, so I would like to add some furnitures and I would like to decorate it better so we can spend some afternoons there.
Okay, now let's talk about transport. How do your traffic problems affect you?
They affect me a lot. Uh, Even though I work from home and I don't have to go to my university either. I like to go there on the weekends. I like to go to my workplace on the weekends. So it takes me about 1 hour and a half or 2 hours to get there just because of the traffic. Sometimes I have to use Uber and it's very expensive about it as well because of that as well.
Okay, Jessica, what traffic problems are there in your area?
I live close to the airport, so many people need to head there to take the airplanes or because they live in the area. So that causes a lot of traffic in one of our main roads close to me. And there's another road that it is necessary to take to go out from Bogota. So many people who lives in the surroundings or people who live in my area or trucks who need to transport food or other products take that road. So there's a lot of traffic and sometimes it can take hours to get out of the traffic.
How do most people travel to work where you live?
Um, I would believe, I mean, I don't have the statistics about it, but I will believe that most of the people um, go by bus. They travel by bus because when we see the buses on the street, they're pretty full, and not everybody can afford to get a car or to get a motorcycle or to pay taxi every day.
Okay, what is the most popular means of transport in your country?
Um, the most popular means, um, the most popular means, as I mentioned before, it would be the bus. Because not many people well, we live in a country that it's not very rich, so as other countries that they have one or two cars, we sometimes don't even have one car, so we need to use buses or in my city we use Transmilenio. In other cities it's called Mio. It's a kind of bus that has its own route.
Okay, would you consider changing your current transport method?
Of course, I really want to buy a bicycle because I can save some money in transportation, I can exercise, and I can help the environment. I don't affect it very badly because of the emission of gases.
Okay, now let's move on the second part of the exam. I'm going to give you topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1, 2 minutes. Before you start, you will have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you want. Do you want to understand?
Yes, I do understand. Thank you.
Okay, here is a pencil and paper for writing notes, and here is your topic. I would like to you to talk about something challenging you have done.
Thank you so much. I have 1 minute, right?
Uh,
Mm,
okay. All right. Remember, you have 1, 2 minutes for this. So don't worry if I stop you. I will tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
thank you so much. Well, to cite an example of something challenging I've done in my life, I would like to recall when I went to Italy as a tourist because I wanted to improve my Italian. I did it last year in February on February 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Um, as I mentioned, I wanted to improve my Italian and I wanted to apply to an Italian university. But because of the COVID, I had to stay longer there. I didn't know anyone, but I had the opportunity to stay with the family and help a kid with his English homeworks and to for being prepared to one certification test. How I handled this challenge? Well, I had a place to live, so that was the most important thing. I found this family online because of a recommendation of a friend, and um, I was living there. They were paying for most of my expenses. I had some savings as well, and I made some friends that helped me to know better Italy. I think it was challenging because it was a totally new place for me. I've never went to Italy before, and my Italian was basic at that time.
Now we have been talking about something challenging you managed to do, and I would like to ask you some more general questions related to the topic. First of all, let's talk about challenge. What challenge do young people face today?
There are a lot of challenges that young people face today, but the most important one would be finding a job. It is hard because sometimes, even if you have a lot of studies, you can be too prepared for a job, or if you don't have any study, or if you don't speak a second language or third language, you're not capable to do what they're looking for. So nowadays it's a hard situation, and there's a lot of people with no jobs and with no experience on their area, even if they spend 5 years studying a degree, they could not they could not work on that, especially in my country and their work countries.
Okay, how do young people handle difficult or challenging tasks?
Well, I think young people do not give up. They try to look for all the options possible. And yeah, the most important thing is to keep persisting, to keep trying, looking everywhere. Now we have online tools, so we can apply to any job in any country online. So that helps us a lot as well.
Okay, which do you think is better, to face things difficult and challenge alone, or to seek the help of others?
I think it's better to face these difficulties or challenges with help of others, because one person can know about an opportunity that could be good for you and they can recommend you for that. um, so in group it's everything better, like you have more options. um, as I mentioned, someone could recommend you or someone could advise you about a place where you can uh, work in the case if the challenge is finding a job, or if there's any other kind of challenges. Sometimes by ourselves we could not really find the solution, so it's better to look for other people's opinion.
Okay, do you think people need to be challenged?
Yes, I believe people need to be challenged, just if they want to get the better of them, give the best that they could do, and to progress and improve their skills.
Okay, will ever justify giving up on any challenge?
Yes, I would justify that because there are priorities on our lives. Sometimes we have challenges that could help us to progress. However, there are most important things like family, friends, sometimes money. So it depends on the kind of thing that it's limiting us to complete a challenge. So for me, it would be very difficult to give up on a challenge because I don't like giving up on anything. But if I have to do it because of a priority or something more important I have, I would do it.
Thank you, Jessica. That is the end of the test.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.